guys, Mixed Duality here, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. So we're back here with Daddy Issues and Amanda at the mall, where I think we're about to meet Count Dracula, but I guess we'll see. The man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they are Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Hey, Dadtron 5000? Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up. How rude. Radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. Although, to be fair, she did just have to deal with the daddy from hell, so I get it. I hand her a 20. I mean, it's not easy to be a retail employee. Actually, my mom worked in retail for a really long time, so I definitely understand. Never mind, I get it. So what was that guy's deal? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard, I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion, or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Ooh, Damien the Dracula, or whatever. Amanda and I sit on the couch, trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh, best night ever. Oh, cool. Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers is on. Oh, Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers is on. Your favorite, right? Oh, hell yes. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but they're also hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brother truck-driving and ghost-hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no! The ghost got control of the truck! I can't steer on them here on these damn ice roads. Let me use this EVP meter to try to communicate with the spirits. Oh my god, guys, I swear I can talk. Flint, we're about to die! Ah, almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like it's saying, "You're going to die." That's because we're about to die, you! This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Oh, we actually didn't get to meet Damien. Oh, well, that's kind of a bummer. Debt tip number 63. Please remember to call us once in a while. Yes, I got it. Debt tip number 82. Eat a balanced meal every day that includes vegetables, fruit, and proteins. Yes, definitely do that, kids. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Morning, sleepyhead. Oh, 5 more minutes. You have never, ever let me have 5 more minutes, so get up. Fine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves and one desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. So, you excited for the cookout today? Oh yeah, they have that barbecue. Let's see. If there's food, I'm excited. I'm all over those terrible store-bought sugar cookies that everyone brings to parties. Oh god, I hate those so much, you guys. Actually, I made a plate of my favorite sugar cookies and brought them to work one time. And the first thing my coworker says is, they're really good. They remind me of those store-bought sugar cookies with the fluorescent frosting. And I'm like, I've never been so insulted in my whole life. Those things are disgusting. Like, oh my god. Yeah, those are bad. Which means there are more for me. Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We will get you that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. The social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late. What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to a cookout on time? You know what? We're going early, just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. I guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people, and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through a sprinkler, and adults chat in small clusters. I set our veggie plate down on a table next to 2 other veggie plates. Huh, yeah, isn't that always what happens? Hey, there's Joseph. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Welcome! I'm so glad you 2 are here. And you brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi. Oh. This is Christian and Christy. They're twins. Whoa. They stare creepily and say nothing. They look like something out of a horror movie. Yeah. Then, of course, there's our youngest, Krish. Wait, where is Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh no, it's the woman from the bar the other night. What is she doing here? Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? Oh, shit. Okay, well, drama is just about going down. Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. Ah, Mary. Sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to... Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. I think it's funny because their 2 voices are very similar that I've decided for them, and it's just a coincidence. They ended up being in the exact same household. Oh. Mary, this is our newest neighbor, Daddy and his daughter Amanda. Oh. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. I love her. Nice to meet you, Mary, for the first time. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Mary leaves. Oh, God, this is so awkward. I wonder if Joseph knows. I wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. I wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know. It takes all of my energy not to run away from the barbecue and start fresh in a new city. Oh. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you 2, enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Here, let me introduce you around. Hey, Daddy, have you met Brian yet? Who? Hey, Brian, come over for a sec. A man in a loud Hawaiian shirt jogs up to me. Oh. Hey! Brian, this is Daddy. He just moved into the neighborhood. Hello. Well, pleased to meet you there. Put her there. Brian pulls me into a handshake, engulfing my hand in a vice-like grip. I let out a small squeak after my hand bones have been ground to dust. Not much of a handshake guy, huh? Guess I'm more of a hugger. Oh, dude, you're about to get crushed. Which house did you move into? The ranch-style one in the cul-de-sac? Oh, the one's just like mine, but smaller. That kind of hurts. Is he trying to one-up me? My instinctive dad competitiveness kicks into gear. Smaller houses are safer. If there were, say, a tornado, a small house is lower to the ground. I mean, you can kind of still need a basement, though. It doesn't really matter. A tornado in Maple Bay. It never hurts to be prepared for tornadoes. Oh, let me introduce you to my daughter. A kid peeks out from behind Brian. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. I love her. This is Daisy. Hello. Hi, what grade are you in? 5th grade. We're actually trying to get her to skip 6th grade. Not to brag, but she is pretty smart. Not to brag? That's exactly what bragging is. Amanda's smart too. Thanks, Dad. Well, I'll be around the party if you feel like saying hey later. You got it. Wow, I think I've actually met everybody else. Great. I bet you're excited to get to know everyone better. Hope you both enjoy yourselves. Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I pick at some of the deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. Ugh, woman of my heart. Ugh, I don't want to have to make friends. Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I go off to school? But I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad. They're going to talk about weather.
Go do it. Make a friend.
But how could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting.
This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye.
Amanda shoves me into the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party, and I'm surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? Oh, dang. Robert's here? That guy who kept trying to one-up me. Isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Goth and Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know Craig. But wait a second. All of these people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I'd better investigate. Oh, okay, I get to decide who to talk to. Robert and Brian, Matt, Hugo, and Craig. Joseph and Damien, burger time. See, I feel like he'd probably just run away. I feel like second best, he'd probably talk to his friend. I want to meet Damien, but I like Robert, and I want to talk to him. So I'm going to go talk to him. I walk over to Robert and Brian, who are chatting over drinks, determined not to be weird about what happened that night. I hope Robert feels the same. Hey, guys. Daddy, how the heck are ya? Settling into the neighborhood all right? Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order, at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50-inch in there. The game looks great in high def. This guy is such a one-upper. Oh, boy. Daddy, have you met Robert yet? Yes, I believe we met. Briefly. Hey. Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Robert robotically extends a hand. I shake it as he stares unblinkingly into my eyes. Oh, God, what does it mean? How's it going? It's good. Robert focuses on the whiskey he's holding. He takes a long sip. Great! Look at my friends becoming friends. Us dads gotta stick together, you know? Us dads? Robert has a kid? Oh, I didn't know you had kids. Robert continues to stare at me. Jesus, does this guy ever blink? Yep. Cool. That's cool. We stand in incredibly uncomfortable silence for several moments until... We gotta get off this haunted truck! Oh no, the ghost locked the doors. Daisy and Amanda run up to us. Oh, thank God. Quick, hit the emergency escape button. But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess, and then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts, but how will we ever survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. Although, I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. Just as long as you don't like the brains, I think you're fine. Wait a second. Are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah. Amanda and I love that show. It's the best, especially that episode where Callum hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such a quality reality television. All right, Daisy, I found us a couple of bugs. They're going to make a great meal. Lots of protein. Got to keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over the... Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. Blech. Let's go find kindling for a fire. All right. Okay. But not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend? Hey. Now you're getting it. Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids. I turn my attention back to the conversation, but wait, where did Robert go? Oh, come on, man. I skim the party and finally find him in the corner talking to Mary. Does he not want to talk? Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. I snap out of my Robert-induced haze. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really? Oh, really? She just kind of keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age, too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people, too. Kids, right? Gotta love 'em. You're required to by law. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put together a little play date for them. I'm surprised that an 18-year-old wants to hang out with like an 11-year-old, but whatevs. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas. Let's go talk to Joseph and Damien, because we haven't met them yet. I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from the Dead Goth and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. So I'm curious, can you walk me through why you had your house painted black?
Oh.
Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in winter. It provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly.
It's definitely an interesting choice.
Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode.
Daddy, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye.
How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
I think I saw you in Dead Goth and Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. Well, at least he has some shame.
I must apologize for my behavior on that day. Maybe you should apologize to that poor girl. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Goth and Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to react.
It's okay, man.
Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area?
Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Goth and Beyond.
A very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle?
I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
Oh my.
Hey, Amanda, would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back.
I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would more describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore leanings.
This game is amazing.
Bats are cool, though.
Ah, pity.
Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting it on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation.
I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth?
That it would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch at your service.
He's so weird. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Where did he put it? Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy.
My, do you know how to treat a lady?
Except that lady at the clothing store.
Hello, Amanda.
Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison?
Hey?
Won't you come play with us? Come play with us. Forever.
Hey guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Chrissy slowly back away. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of the wine. I think I might have taped over a VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be all right. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth. I have squeezed 4 little. Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary? Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Ah, Lucian, have I introduced you to Daddy yet? That explains a lot. Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever, sir. Lucian bows again. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger? Sir. Coming right up, bud. Are you a vegetarian? Yup. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as blood lappers. I shouldn't have made that noise. Dad. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Whoa, is that a tattoo? Yep, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That's so cool. Want to see mine?
Aye.
What? Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last weekend. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian! We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though, that number carries weight. I think he knows. Man, Joseph is way cooler a youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. All right, let's talk to Matt, Hugo, and Craig. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare 2 art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place, and to try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Let's listen to Matt and Hugo. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you a Matisse and then showed you something by the Dutch masters, which one would say shows more technical, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? I am so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it. Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty subjective. How do you mean? Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks. That's a Magritte. Right. Art. Sorry. You're fine, dude. We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked is if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better.
Oh.
Hugo throws up his hands in frustration. But they represent 2 completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism? Man, that's all way above my head. Me too. It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome. Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please. Sorry. Sorry, I get really fired up about art stuff. Daddy, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everyone's been super friendly. Seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize looks over to us. What is it, sweetheart?
It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cool in it.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Oh, I like his tattoos. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over.
Nope, but you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey, Daddy, this is my daughter. Hello.
I'm Carmenista.
Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow.
Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends.
Yeah, actually. Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old college friend. And, your teacher.
Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Oh.
Yep. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper?
Great seeing you.
Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger guns move from me. I'm very proud.
Oh.
She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Huh?
Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes grow wide.
Sweet manchego.
Ernest! Ernest Hemingway Vega! Are you smoking? Wow, okay. Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. No. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right? Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard. And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread to my lawn and burned down half my yard, too. Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. Daddy, this is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Does it matter?
Oh.
Ernest? Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah, good for you. Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch. Ernest! Oh, yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a teacher and a dad, that's about authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber. See, that right there. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads? I don't know. I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accepted our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. You kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18 and she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter. Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point. As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right. But it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens? Don't let us eat up your time, Daddy. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. And without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips his spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto the patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. One after another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. You probably didn't know this, Daddy, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's un-grill-ievable. I've tried to get on his level, but I just can't catch up. Oh my god. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard, we keep talking about this? Can't we just appreciate the artist? I've never seen him make a mistake. Oh my god, I can't do this. Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please stop. All of the children at the party boo the glorious display of puns in unison. Boo! All right, guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out at barbecue, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers. Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac. Kinda nice, isn't it? It feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all of the kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll really make a killing. Hey, why don't you all add us on Dadbook? Dadbook? Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it. Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes.
Don't worry, Pops. I'll help you figure it out.
The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as kids play on their lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between the Carmenista and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood.
Pretty fun party, don't you think?
Wish I could have been playing Paranormal Ice Trucker Road, whatever it is. You and Daisy seemed like you were having a way better time than I was.
Oh, I seemed like I was having a good time. Because we were. Well, hey, at least you met some other cool dads. You should hit them up on Dadbook.
Maybe I will, if I ever figure out how social media works. I have a good feeling about this place. Aw, okay guys, I think we're gonna leave it out right here. If you like what you saw, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye!